Alright, hello everybody, welcome in, my name is Rath, welcome back to a brand new episode, Chapter 2, Episode 1 of The Strange Town of Golden Ridge, a Savage Worlds campaign run by Mr. Pickles. I'm gonna push things over to him, hopefully we'll get a recap and we'll, introduce the characters, do this whole thing, because I don't know if my players know this, but these videos that are gonna be going up on YouTube, Chapter 1 is not available. So if you wanted to see Chapter 1, you should have caught it here on Twitch. Hopefully you enjoyed. Chapter 1's no longer available. I couldn't get it, and it's gone, and it sucked, and I was mad about it. Twitch VODs apparently only save stuff for 2 weeks.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Archive.
Yeah, so I didn't archive it, and it's gone. So, when I went to go edit all those and get them up on YouTube, it was too late. I think there was like 2 episodes left in the series or something. I was like, well, I can't just do 2 episodes chapter. That's not gonna work. So hopefully we'll get a recap. And if you guys are just now joining us, that's fine. This is episode 1 of what you guys will be able to see here on YouTube. So appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you so much. I'll try and type in chat as able, but all of our attention is going to be on the game and trying to RP and make sure that we give the focus and devoted time during this time to everyone present. So, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'm going to kick things off to Mr. Pickles. Go ahead and take us in.
Well, it's good to be back in the little town of Golden Ridge. It's a strange place that our players have been in. It was initially just Rath here as a bail bonds recovery agent. I'll let you guys introduce yourself more. We're going through it with that. Bail bond recovery agent, new to this strange town of Golden Ridge. It's in the Pacific Northwest, and as far as he knew, there were no other major bail bond recovery agents here, and they needed work. But he soon found that things were kind of weird. He had an interesting occurrence at the coffee shop with there were weird things going on, but it was more quirky until it wasn't quirky and things got really dark. A family had their cat coming home covered in blood. Something was attacking their home and destroying the security system. And so our bail bond recovery agent got onto it and found out that there are monsters, weird, monstrous things hunting citizens in the night. And he called on his comrade, a local Detective Verde, who he knew through his connections with cops. They both investigated this entire situation, trying to find out, what's going on, what's wrong, why is Rath in the other room, all sorts of mysteries. And I don't know why I derailed myself there. Anyways, so lots of strange things happened. They blew off the heads of this monstrous creature that was attacking a child's house. They did find out that these creatures make it so technology doesn't seem to work properly, and even sound doesn't seem to work properly. Once you're kind of their prey, you need to get out of there or defend yourself, because you can't really call for help anymore. Well, your calls will be delayed. Yeah, so you guys track them down to a hole in the ground, of which you know that there are many holes in this city of Golden Ridge, this town. And there's not really many explanations for why there's so many holes, and why there's a network underneath this city, a labyrinth, if you will. There's lots of stories, there's lots of folklore, and you guys even found something about a French showman soldier. You guys were on Wikipedia at a library. It's pretty fun.
Wikipedia is not a good source. Never met the cops in Golden Ridge.
Yes. And so after you concluded this adventure and you killed a whole nest of these monstrous pale things, I described them as they looked as if they had their teeth just manually pounded into clay, like to make their skull as if they're claymation things. They're pale, gray, monstrous, and malformed. But there were many of them, and you killed them all. And you think that you killed them all because the room that they were in was welded shut. Like, there were doors and everything. It's like it was part of the sewers. They were welded in, but they dug a hole out. One of you were injured, and that was the detective. The detective was injured, to use proper grammar. And while you were injured in the hospital, something that you're recovering from, of course, it's just a bite on the neck from a creepy creature underground.
Just a bite.
A weird mime lady gave you a little gift. A silvery knife I believe, and just like put it onto your hospital bed and slid it underneath the cover and then left. And then doctors and people came in, didn't seem to notice. She just kind of disappeared underneath the bed or something. And that's basically where we left off. Is you guys had both gone home to recover. No, that's not how we left off. Is you guys didn't
I was
officially go
waiting.
home to recover?
Did you get to the police?
Oh, that's right. Yep. No, you're right.
Okay.
Yes.
I was like, that's the big cliffhanger we hung on, was the police thing, and that was
Yes.
the big moment. Okay, go ahead.
After you had some time to recover, I forgot that. Well, it's good we didn't redo this, I guess.
It's the whole intro to chapter 2. So
the police chief is thankful for you guys' task here for solving this situation of rabid raccoons, because rabid raccoons are a threat to the community. And after your close call underground, after all, the summer rains had finally come and the tunnel you were in was flooding. You had a bit of a shock there, and you both deserve a break. So you are going to be going this following weekend, he said, to stay at a cabin in the woods to rest and recover, courtesy of the police department of Golden Ridge. And you both knew that this wasn't really an offer, more of a command. You are expected to go. Now, that could be nefarious, or it could be just, he doesn't want you guys getting burnt out, like a good police chief might do. But yeah, from there, I believe you guys got more rest or what have you, just getting all the rest after this situation. Detective Verde, you are still like injured in the sense that like you have a bandage on and you're taking some medication, but you don't have any wounds. So you're going to be starting this adventure with no wounds. It's just maybe if somebody like intentionally punches you in the neck, they'll have a +1 to like damage there. Like, but I guess that's only in this week before. It should be good by the weekend, you're hoping. It is Monday, and I was just going to offer this Monday through Thursday. Is there anything you want to do besides go shopping for some supplies? Any specific supplies you want beyond food and maybe some beer? By
Besides
food, I mean...
going shopping?
What's that?
Did you say besides going shopping?
Yes, besides going shopping for stuff or anything specific. Like, is there anything you wanted to do? Or do you want to fast forward to Friday where we're loaded up in our vehicles?
I don't know.
Where we decide how many vehicles we're taking. We can fast forward there if you don't want to do anything.
You got anything you need to do, Rath?
King.
Well, if you guys are gonna text.
Yeah, well, I went shopping and I had all my items added to my character sheet, and now I'm seeing that none of them are on my character sheet, so that's kind of frustrating.
That does sound frustrating.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Whatever. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna re-add those. I was about to be like, yeah, this is what I bought, and then I looked and I didn't buy anything. So
I'll buy stuff before next session because I didn't have time to go through everything. If that's all right, Pickle.
I mean, then the adventure where you're going to be up in the hills. So anything you buy will be going to your house, most likely. eBay stuff, so to speak.
Okay. But never mind then.
I'll
deal with what I have.
We can take some time if you guys want to look through.
Well, I mean, we might as well take time because now I gotta re-add mine. I know what I got, but I have to like go through and re-add it. Yeah.
Anything you might desire.
So I'm just gonna go through the list, and as I remember, I'm gonna add it. So I wanted to get a better camera. I have a normal camera. A regular camera, which I'm imagining is one where like I don't know if because there's disposable camera and then there's regular camera. So I'm imagining a regular camera isn't the same as a digital camera. So that would like take picture and then you'd have to go get those pictures like processed.
I imagine so.
So I wanted to pick up a digital camera just so I have that as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What would also be nice is in King's Crossing, not to sideline here, but in King's Crossing in the Zweihander, it has compendiums for like items and stuff. This one doesn't, so I have to add all these items by hand,
Oh, I'm
which
sorry.
is kind of unfortunate, especially since I already did this.
I am sorry.
It's not your fault. I'm not gonna add weight and everything right now. I'm just gonna go through and
Yeah, I don't really care that much about weight.
okay. I appreciate
Be
it.
honest, I just want a shotgun.
You
Shotgun
should be able to
is
buy a
available.
shotgun.
Yeah. I was
Well,
about
I
to,
don't
but I
have
didn't.
I don't have the stuff. Is the point?
The money?
No, I have the money. I just don't have the book.
Oh, I can send the book your way.
In Discord, I tagged you in it.
Actually, yeah, I think it might be pinned as well.
In the
Remember, you were like, I don't have the
Yep.
book, and I was like, you mean this book that he shared like 3 months ago? And you were like, yep, that's the one.
the Savage Worlds core rule book.
Yes. Savage Worlds Core Rulebook Adventurers Edition.
Got it.
I also picked up a first aid kit.
First aid kit. Okay, nice. Good to have.
Yeah, not a medic kit because I'm not a medic, but I figured a first aid kit is useful to have for anybody.
Yeah, especially when you're going into the woods with your best friend for an adventure of frolic and fun. You have the cameras to take pictures of the beautiful scenery.
Yeah, buddy.
Is it fair to assume that both Detective Verde and Travis King aren't really thrilled about this?
Originally when this was pitched to me back in chapter 1, when this was pitched, I was immediately like, yeah, I'm not going. But then over the course of these last 3 months, when we've kind of addressed it and talked about it off screen, it was kind of brought up like, this is adventure 2, and I was like, oh, I'm going. So Travis King is going to go, but he's not happy about it, which is why I brought up off screen the idea of bugging the police chief's office, but I think I need help with that, and I don't have that right now. So I think that's a project for a later day. So I'm just going to go, and I'm going to use this time away to kind of plan. And like, okay, when I get back, what do I need to have ready to go to like start dealing with situations? Because eventually we're going to have to go back. And I'm going to assume during that time other forces are going to be at play, so we're going to have to kind of play catch up. But there should be a time to kind of step away, decompress, process. Okay, we've discovered that there's aliens or monsters or something that exists. How do I handle that? So that's kind of be how I'm handling the vacation.
And that's Travis King, the bail bond recovery agent. How about Detective Verde? How are you feeling about this vacation?
Hallelujah.
Oh, so you don't feel strong-armed here.
I needed a break anyways.
Well, that's fun. Got at least one person who's excited to go on vacation. And it is Friday through Sunday. So the plan is, of course, that you guys are going to be checking in sometime on Friday and then checking out sometime on Sunday. They haven't really given you much information yet, as it's hasn't reached Thursday evening when they tell you more. But yeah. Did you? Oh, you're probably looking for what shotgun you want.
Yeah, getting a pump shotgun.
Sounds good. I believe the only illegal shotguns here in the little town of Golden Ridge are sawn off. There's a length, like it has to be. Yeah, if it's too small, you get in trouble. I was looking up laws earlier.
Well, I'm also a cop, so
yeah. So who's gonna go after you?
exactly.
The FBI or no ATF?
I'd be the ATF, but fuck
Yeah.
the ATF.
I hear they have alcohol, so I want to fuck around with ATF. Kidding, I don't. They probably don't. I could. Okay. No, I'm not trying to hurry you up. I just realized you're still putting your stuff, getting your equipment. I'm assuming with whatever you're doing, you'll get like enough food, like hot dogs or something, to survive the weekend. I'm assuming you'll grab a little bit of beer or something fun like marshmallows. That's fair. If you want to spend more, like if you're like, I want to bring a keg of beer, that's where you can start spending money. But otherwise, I assume you're bringing stuff to survive. Pillow, maybe a sleeping bag.
Okay,
There's
I
supposed
have
to be
everything.
2 bedrooms. Go for it.
So I have it, and how do I add it to the sheet?
You should be able to go to gear, and there should be an add button to the far right on the weapons tab. If you go weapons damage,
Oh, I
AP,
need to go to gear.
Yeah. Be able to add for weapons, armor, shields, I guess. I transferred what I had from my character sheet onto yours there. What equipment you should have. You can press a star if you want to add it to your quick access on the traits page. That's kind of cute. Yes, I know
do
it's
like
not
that.
as cute as a compendium of weapons and items. I know,
It would be
but
nice. Zweihander has a lot more resources, which is surprising because Zweihander
That's
is not like a mainstream.
welcome to the shopping episode of the Strange Town
Listen,
of Golden Ridge.
I feel bad because I had all
The
this
prices
prepared.
are so low. That's strange, isn't it?
Why am I muted? I had all this prepared before we ever got
I
into
know,
this.
I'm
I was
not-
so excited to be like, hey, we can play the game. And then I got here and it was gone. I really did. I mean,
No, I believe you.
we had 3 months to do this. I had it done, but
Yeah, no, it's just I was trying to.
I know.
I wanted to make a
I'm,
joke that
I'm
the prices are
mad.
low,
that-
and that's why it's so strange.
So I have what, $3,150 left.
Yeah, if your shotgun costs $150.
Cool.
Something we can talk about, I guess, afterwards is we had talked about you having. Well, I guess we could talk about it now. We talked about you having a stockpile of gun parts and such that you had maybe like a little workshop or something that we could just sort of throw money into without specifying what, so
Yeah.
that you could maybe have like a stockpile of weapons you could use.
Just a gun collection. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I've been thinking about that, but I haven't really settled on like a general price, like for every $100 you get a gun, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Still trying to
Well,
find
if we
like,
did that, then I'd have a lot of guns.
yeah, exactly. I want it to be rewarding, and like you put money in, you can be like, I have enough that I could assemble an AM 180, and a few other things. Like that would be ideal.
I mean, if you look at the guns and the prices that the
Which I did not while I've been thinking about that.
Savage Worlds gives you. All right, so one of the guns I would want is $200. Another one is $350.
Because my thought was like 500, but I don't know if that's too much.
Another
It's just
one is
500 to be able to say
300.
I have this.
Honestly, I would use what the sheet tells you and go off of it a little bit. Not follow it completely, but go up and down with it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I do. I'm on the wrong page all the time. There we are. Minigun, 100K. 500 per
Like
gun.
another one I would want, BAR 300. M2 Browning 1,500. I can buy an M2 Browning and stick it on my truck.
We're gonna look real redneck if we search.
I'm
that
really
here.
tempted to do that. No. Detective, why do you have a machine gun on your truck? Because shit gets weird, that's why.
I think you still would be restricted, as you couldn't be using, because I know there's laws on guns with the how many rate of fire they can do per
Nope,
gunshot
not a thing.
in the Washington state.
It's not a thing.
It's
You cannot have a fully automatic weapon.
oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is there's
But-
laws against that?
One, I'm a cop. Two,
Yes.
I can get the tax stamp for it. 3, who's gonna tell them I have a 50 cal?
Well, yeah, I think you could get away with a lot, but I think there would be a line where if you had like
Well, I'm not gonna just drive down the
Uzis in
street with
public,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm
Like
not
you
gonna
could
drive
get
down the
away
street
with
with
it,
it
I think.
mounted, just like if the
But-
giant sloths show up. You know?
Yeah, well, exactly. In a case where it's like, well, that's kind of not okay, but thank God you did it.
Thank goodness you had it. I mean, come on.
Also, where did you get those rocket launchers?
Don't ask, and I won't have to lie.
I feel like King went on a shopping spree here to really get out his equipment.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much. I'm so mad.
You
that
just
it
like
didn't save.
options.
Kind of. So, well, yeah. I figure it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You know.
Yeah, well, that's a good mentality to have when I'm trying to kill.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm also gonna buy a 38 revolver as my backup gun.
All right. And do note, I guess in a sense, like what you're bringing on this trip. Like, if you don't want to bring all your guns, you don't have to. If you want to bring all your guns, you might be able to. Depending on how many vehicles we take.
I'm bringing my Jeep. I know that.
I'm bringing my truck.
Okay, so we're all riding separately then.
Well, King.
I mean, you guys know that you both have to go up there.
Titan is riding with me.
Yeah, he can't drive. He's a dog.
I mean, do you really think Fred was gonna ride with King?
It'd save on gas.
Yes, but the way the way he sees it, he's saving his own life by not. So
That
What
is
you sh-
perfectly fine.
what are you shaking your head down there for? You know I'm right.
I'm up here.
No, I'm talking to Rath.
Oh yeah, he is down there.
So much hate. Saved your
I'm not
fucking
hating.
life.
I'm
I
not
know.
hating. I'm just telling the truth.
We're going on vacation.
If I hang out with King, I'll die. King saved my life. Huh.
Yeah, while we're doing some shopping, I'd like to do a flashback here. At least for anybody listening in.
Flashback incoming.
I don't know, Pickles were flashing
Yeah,
back.
can we wreck on that? I just won't save his life this time.
No. Because when you guys were down in that dirt hole that led to a room that had been welded off, it had like some man-made equipment on it. There was metal railing on one part of the room. You guys came through a hole in the wall, led by Travis King, I believe. Yeah, you were the one who dived right on in. And cautious
Sounds like
Detective Verde was like, "Damn it," and crawled in after
Here we
you.
go again.
So when you guys were getting overrun by five of these monsters, that's how many I threw against you. Outnumbered 2.5 to your 1. It was a bad time, and I think I threw 3 at Detective Verde, maybe not, but I remember that Travis King, when he could have shot one of the monsters attacking him, like aimed and shot at one of the other monsters attacking Detective Verde, helping him out significantly there when he was overrun, like giving him that edge to not get bitten more than once.
And then immediately after that, I think he sprung back and like blasted the fuck, killing the other one.
Yes,
If I remember
yeah.
right.
You bought him some time to blast back, because I think you had your shotgun down there, didn't you?
I thought we were both rocking pistols.
That's what I-
Yeah, we
think.
both had pistols.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were blasting away. That's the sum up of the first adventure. 2 guys are just blasting away.
That's it.
You see
There
the
go.
first monster, Rath draws an ace and or a joker card and just goes like +2 damage, +2
That's
hit,
right.
goes
Yeah.
immediately,
Right.
aims his gun, preparing him.
I like how the Glock 9mm has armor piercing, but the shotgun does not.
Because the little metal fletchets are not as armor piercing.
So weird. I added a switchblade and a stun gun, and it just keeps deleting it off my character sheet.
That is strange.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I'm like doing it wrong, or maybe it's like you can't have this many weapons equipped. I don't know.
Looking to see if I can get a better vest.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't want to spend the whole session doing this, so I'll just whatever. I didn't buy them. I'll buy them later. Okay. So what I did is I bought a hunting rifle. I bought Kevlar vest with a thick coat or / leather jacket. which basically gives me the same, except flak jacket is apparently like the old world equivalent, and I was like, well, I should probably have a modern day gear, not this like World War II gear. So I
Yeah,
went for a
fair.
Kevlar vest, which also it has a star, so it reduces bullets a little bit more. And then I went for a thick coat leather jacket I can put over the top, which protects my arms as well. So it gives me an extra +1. I grabbed the digital camera, first aid kit, crowbar, some lockpicks. I don't know, is that legal? Am I allowed to buy those?
I
I know they're technically illegal, but I think from what I've heard, you can't buy them just on the street, but you can buy them from like locksmiths.
You talking about lockpicks?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy it on Amazon.
Yeah, you can buy them on Amazon.
Yeah.
Never mind, different. Okay. So lockpicks, I bought some extra rope, a shovel, and a couple of what the hell?
Oh, I've had that drink. That's good stuff.
No, and 2 surveillance bugs. I added other stuff to my character sheet. Now it's gone too. What the fuck is happening?
I truly don't know.
Yeah, this is so weird.
You were having an issue with your CPU earlier, weren't you?
Yeah, I switched over to Firefox and it's not an issue. But now I'm having other issues, I guess. I wanted to grab a surveillance bugs. Where would I be buying this stuff from? Is that illegal or is that something I can just buy?
Those are kind of illegal, yeah.
Because I was gonna get 2 surveillance bugs and a so like a phone wiretap, and I was like,
Oh
know
yeah,
if you
that
can
you'll need to go on
technically-
the black market for.
okay. Which if I had
you might be able to
Streetwise, I
find-
could do that, but I got rid of Streetwise so I could get Reliable to help my friend out. Except he's been a dick for the last 20 minutes, so maybe I'll go with Streetwise instead of Reliable.
Streetwise just gives you a +2.
Streetwise gives you a +2 into, but in there it says you can find all the black markets.
Oh yeah, it would give you quick access there, but yeah, it also gives you a bonus to finding anything
So
if,
what
if
is
there's a
this-
difficult thing.
What is the star next to the armor mean?
Reduces armor piercing, or reduces armor piercing.
Okay.
Or no, sorry, it's good against ballistic.
Yeah,
That took me way too long to say.
Good
properly.
against.
How-
So if somebody's actually shooting at you, it does extra damage or extra damage protection.
Yeah.
Excuse me, rather than being like stabbed.
Okay. So
but-
I don't need to change.
The
Else.
big thing is that you still have a certain roadblock with your plan. You need somebody to help you out with those tools, even if you were to buy them. right
True.
now.
Yeah. So I'll worry about it later.
Yeah.
Since it won't even go on my character sheet anyway, I'll leave it at that. And that way, I don't take up
Yeah, the
any more of
character
her time.
sheet's like, no, illegal.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
No,
like, nah,
you don't
can't
get that. Too many weapons.
Right.
Oh, I
Cycle
can't buy the better vest because I don't have the strength requirement. Okay.
Yes, and the strength requirement, I believe, is I was mostly going to use for if you're hiking around in the woods. Oh, there's beautiful woods up by the lake, I think, that you're going to. The cabin in the lake woods. I'm just waiting for Thursday to roll around to give you guys more details on where you're going.
Oh, Thursday in game. I was like, Thursday? What's going on Thursday?
Just-
All right, I'm good to go. I think.
You good to go?
Probably.
Okay. How about you, Rath?
Yeah, been ready.
Does anybody want to buy
Do
a
you
tent?
mind? Do you mind hitting space so this game pause thing goes away?
Oh, yes, sir.
Just really annoying. I don't know. Thank
It
you.
is really annoying. I agree.
Do we need to
Didn't
buy a
you-
tent? I
Didn't you
assume
say we were staying in cabins or something?
Yes.
Please don't send us out and being like, yeah, you have to buy your own tent and everything, but we're just putting you
By
in
the
the
way,
woods.
while you're out there,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you wanted to, it's like you could go off into the woods away from the cabin if you really hate each other, and having a tent means
well, I'm definitely packing my own camping equipment.
okay. So you
Just
would
to
pack like a tent.
Yeah, I'm
so-
packing like I'm going camping, even if we do have a nice
Okay. Yeah.
cabin, just in case, because you never know.
Well, it is.
There might be some
Rath-
random maniac or a giant sloth that comes and destroys the cabin or something.
Yeah, a giant sloth. That's the common reason for these giant tunnels. Prehistoric mega sloths. But yeah, so you're able to. They finally send you information on where to go and when to be there. They send you the information. It's up in Lake Uskoski. It's a name based on the people who founded the area and likely took it from the natives, is what the internet quick search presumes. It's a logging family, so it makes sense. It's up in the hills. There is a very, very large lake that it's based off of. There are cabins around, and it looks like you guys have a two-person cabin, as in it has 2 bedrooms and a general living area. There's a campfire pit, and there should be room for up to 6 cars in parking. Do you guys have 6 cars?
That many.
Yeah, we don't have that many cars
I
here,
have 2.
but you can only drive one at a time.
Says you.
Okay, well, that's yeah. Well, if you got the electronic skills, I guess you could.
I can be in 2 places at once. I don't know what you're talking about.
So it's pretty far up into the hills, and that means it will take a bit of a drive. It's going to take at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, even though the distance isn't that far. It's a lot of curvy roads and going up in elevation, but apparently it's very picturesque and very, very well regarded. A great place to wander around the woods, go down to the lake, or just sit by the fire. There's another cabin there, so other people are there theoretically, but that's whatever. So you both are going to leave at different times, presumably, unless you want to leave at the same time and form a caravan with your 2 cars, 2 vehicles, your Jeep and your truck.
Hang on. Stand by.
I'm standing by. It moves right to you and flashes on the screen briefly.
Nice.
Back to texting. Roughly what time are you texting him? Since 20 seconds ago, it's Friday morning.
I'm
Friday.
assuming, yeah, 0900, something like that.
Okay, 9 a.m. Friday morning. You're expected to be up there hopefully by noon. They said the guy who has your keys will be at like a small trailer at like a crossroads. He'll have your keys, and if you miss him, you might not be able to get into the cabin very well. For those listening, leaving the house, how about you? That's what Detective Vera said.
Travis King responds, parked outside, winky face.
Does that mean you already drove to his house at 9 a.m.?
Yeah, I'm parked outside his house.
Yeah. You're creepy sometimes, you know that, right? Rude. Let's roll. All right, so you guys get into your vehicles. It's 9 a.m. on Friday. It's a rather nice day. As we had ended it, it was just the end of summer, so it's still nice warm weather, but it's heading into fall slightly, and you've had your recent rains. In fact, this week has been rather rainy, but today is a nice sunny day, and it feels like one of those dwindling days of summer moving into fall. You guys head up north and begin to travel towards your destination of fun and excitement. And let's grab you guys so I can copy you over easier. Moving you there. That was the slowest copy ever. And there we go. All right. So before I move you over here, I need to know what you're going to do. You've been traveling for a while. You leave Golden Ridge and head up north through the roads. It's a sunny day, as I said, and the trees are looking nice and green, like they're being revived by the fresh rains. You're steadily going up in elevation. There's certainly places to stop really early on as you're leaving town, like there's a convenience store you could stop at if you really needed to top off your snacks right away. But presumably, you have everything you need. So there's no reason to stop at any of those early spaces. You guys pass, like, you pass anything that's like small town stuff that it doesn't really matter. Like a small town with a bar, you pass that by because you have a destination that you're going to. So between the last time you saw civilization in the sense of a small bar in a small town has been about an hour. You'd say you have about sorry. You have about a half hour left on your trek. So it's been over an hour a bit. Um, you've been just driving, and it's been a lot of trees, a lot of rivers that you've been going by. You're heading up an elevation. There starts to be not many vehicles on the road as you get to these more back country areas. Um, you do come upon one last gas station. And my question to you guys is, do you want to stop for any reason at this gas station, or do you want to blow past and keep on going to your destination? You could use a top off on your gas, to be fair, but it's not desperate.
I'd stop in. If I need a top off and we're going to the middle of nowhere, it's better to be stocked than not.
All right. How about you, Detective Verde?
This is the big moral decisions.
I sent a text.
And get some gas. Watch out for the bottle.
I've already pulled in.
All right. Then I'm going to bring you guys on over to this little map that totally serves no purpose whatsoever. If I know how. Debate. Does that bring you over?
Loading the gas station. We're at a gas station.
Yes.
God, this brings back memories. Poor Bjorn. Oh no, this is a diner gas station?
Oh yeah, diner gas station with a little arcade.
Mm-hmm.
So as you get out at this gas station, it seems like any other gas station you've been to. There's another vehicle or so. It's not a big truck here, obviously, but there's another vehicle that's pulling out as you're like arriving and everything. So all of the pumps are free for you guys to take whatever you want. The sign.
You can take whatever we want.
Well, take whatever spot you want, I should say.
Oh,
There's no sign in the window saying, "Come in, take whatever you want."
free
Rob us.
stuff.
Nice.
The name of the store strikes you as odd. It's just Career Lapin. Both of you, roll your common knowledge skill.
Common knowledge.
Oof.
A free skill time.
So remind me exactly how this works, because my common knowledge says a D4, but it's based off smarts, and my smarts is D6, D8, excuse me.
Yes, your smarts is your limit for how high you can go at cheap prices.
I got a 4 or 5. 5?
So basically,
Yeah, it's going to use your 5.
I'm going to be rolling a D4 then.
A D4 and a D6 because you have your wild die still.
Right. That too.
But it's much cheaper to get your common knowledge higher, I guess. All right.
That's
so you'll
cool.
be using your 5 as well. Yeah, you both look at that and it kind of strikes you as odd, and you check your phone really quick. It's French. It's French for run rabbit. And that strikes you as sort of strange. Run rabbit over its other name, Last Stop.
This also probably has nothing to do with anything, but you said it's French, and the dude that those creatures are named after is French?
Oh yeah, Terrer, the French showman and soldier.
Yeah. Okay. I want to get gas pumping and then head inside.
All right. And how about you, Detective Verde?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay outside, pump gas, and then probably go in and get some snacks after the gas is done.
Okay. I'll say that Travis, you probably make it in first. Is Titan following along with you, or is Titan staying
Chill
guard?
Jeep, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put you over here in your Jeep. Put you over here. You can move yourself if you want. So going in, the inventory appears to be rather acceptable. It's what you'd expect from a small town gas station convenience store situation. There's some like fresh deli goods that are wrapped in like saran wrap, but they look a little bit suspicious. You're not sure how long they've been here is the key thing. But otherwise, there's ice, not ice chests. There's like a cold drink areas where you can get sodas, energy drinks, wine, beer. They don't have any like spirits or anything, but those are available. There's snacks, gum, salty snacks, candy bars.
Dead body
There's
in the corner.
A body in a corner?
Yeah, it looks like there's blood up there at the top of the.
Oh no, that's
right
just
next to the door.
I think that's the cashier.
yeah,
No, no. Across from the cashier, right next to the
That's
door.
just a cashier.
You see the stuff on the floor?
Oh yeah, that's just a mess.
Okay.
A gray mess on the floor. Yeah, it
Definitely
does have
not a
this.
body.
There's like an appearance of this place that's decayed. It is probably cleaned regularly, but there's just decay in the corners of the room. It's old. It's in an area that rains frequently. But yeah, in addition to the regular foodstuffs I just described, there's obviously basic first aid stuff and some mediocre outdoors gear, like a cheap looking umbrella. It's probably cheap tents. What are you looking to do in here, Travis? There's also a rather tired looking but muscular logger type clerk. He looks old.
I'll kind of nod, do a little friendly salute. I'm gonna grab some energy drinks, probably a case of beer, probably a snack for myself, and a snack for like some jerky cheese for Titan.
Okay. And as you place that all up on the table, he gives you a look up and down and says, "Oh, college kid, huh? You looking to go party up in them there mountains?"
Hang on. How old am I?
You're buying energy drinks and beer.
Yeah. Pretty sure I'm not in college, so I'm like 27. I'll look at him and be like, little past college, little dated beyond that, but heading out for a much needed vacation, I guess.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Going up the hills then, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. What do you know about him? Good hunting, fishing, anything?
Oh, they're the best. They're the best. It's the best woods to go to. Pristine waters, woods that are just to die for. All sorts of great things out there. And it's good, clean country. He
Good.
really emphasizes that to you and looks you in the eyes with good, clean country.
It's just like I don't litter. I work with the cops.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We don't let litter stay around here either. We make sure that we keep our countryside clean.
That's good. Great to hear. Good sunrise, good sunset. Which one's best to get out and do some hiking?
Well, sunrise is probably best. Well, you know, the sunset you might not want to be out for. You know the tales, I'm sure.
What tails?
Oh, you don't know the tales? Well, these here woods actually have sort of an interesting story. Well, there used to be an Indian tribe here, way back in the days before our folk came here, and crazy tribe. They'd paint their faces white. They'd give like big black circles around their eyes as if they were like, I don't know, raccoons or something. And they just do strange things. Pioneers obviously did away with them, but they came back for their revenge at one point. You know, they killed off the pioneers, ripped out their throats, butchered up their what you call it? Hey, what you call it, son? There's a voice that comes from deeper in the convenience store. Guy says, "It's their voice boxes, Pa." You can kind of look over, and there's somebody who's like behind the walls of like working with like the electronics with the icebox stuff. You wouldn't have noticed him unless he was like actively getting out from behind it. So yeah, their voice boxes, they ripped them out, messed them up. So if you ever hear whistling in the woods, it's them dead pioneers coming to try and take their revenge on you. That's a fake story, Pa. It is not a fake story. It's the legend of the land. I heard it myself.
Well, it's good to know where you come from. Respect your history and all that. What's the cost?
He says that's gonna be a 38.41.
Trying to remember what I got. Oh yeah,
beer, energy drinks,
yeah. Swipe the card, pay it out. I'll be like, "You have a great day,
Marv
Marv.
Johansson.
Travis King. It's good to meet you." I'll shake his hand.
And he shakes your hand very heartily.
How far? You said we're less than like a half hour from the cabin.
Yes.
Okay. Like, it's good to meet you. I might be back.
And as you're doing that inside of the convenience store and thinking that, yes, if you ran out of beer, this would be a great place to go to and probably your last stop. Detective Verde, you're like pumping gas and you're thinking about the situation, thinking how nice it's going to be to go on vacation, right?
Right.
And you look across the road and you can see that there's trees and everything, and across the road sort of goes into a valley. Like there's some trees you can see through, and then there's a valley that goes kind of downwards, and you can see a tree down in that valley, like the center of it.
Mm-hmm.
And from that tree, you see a body hanging.
You said it's across the street, right?
Across the street and down into a little bit of a valley. It's close enough that you can see that it's a body, but far enough that you can't really make anything out unless you got like a binoculars or a little monocle
hell?
spyglass.
Reach into my truck and grab the shotgun.
Yeah, you can get your
Start
shotgun.
Walking across the street, kind of just, the hell is going on out here? I get close enough to it to be able to tell, like, if I know the person or something like that.
Yeah, you can cross the street and start to go down into the valley a little bit. And as you get closer and closer, you realize that this is some woman painted up as a mime. Much
tell-
like the ones that you've seen before.
Can I tell that it's like an actual body?
Yes, it does appear to be a person, and they do appear to be dead.
Son of a bitch.
This is when Travis King probably emerges from the convenience store. And you can see your comrade like just cross the street and is going down the valley a little bit. And you can kind of look past him and see what he's going towards. A body.
And I see it hanging in the tree.
Yes.
I sent a text.
Ring, ring. It's your phone, Travis! Wow, why is that the default?
I want to go put my stuff in the Jeep.
Good call.
I'm gonna roll down the window all the way and have Titan stay, but if I whistle, he's able to like hop out, kind of thing.
Sure, yeah.
And I want to go back in the convenience store.
Okay.
Does this mime look like the one that gave me the knife?
No, it doesn't look like the same person, but it does look like a similar paint job. And what I mean by that is it doesn't look like somebody just smeared it on. It looks like something deliberately and painstakingly done.
Okay. So while Travis is in the
Yeah,
convenience
he got
store,
your text probably.
yeah, I'm gonna call dispatch and, hey, I got a body out here.
Yeah. You're not out of the zone yet. To reach them, you're in an area where you can get some whatever it is. You're communicating. You certainly can call over to them and tell them that you got a body. How do you want to phrase it to them?
Just report the facts. I got a lady painted up like a mime hanging from a tree across the street from this convenience store.
This one.
Yeah, you
Loud-
can.
You know, this
the
one.
career lap in last stop.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
last
I
time.
didn't remember the name either. Career.
This one
look-
particularly.
look up.
I'll
Sir,
type
what's
it
the
out
name?
for you. 'Cause
What's the
I
name
don't know how
of the? What's the name of that convenience store you're in front of?
Career
I don't know.
okay.
Just track the phone.
Oh yeah, that French one.
Yeah, the French one out here.
Ain't nobody know what it mean. No,
At least nobody around here.
You get a solid 10-4 on that, and they're sending out their vehicles to deal with this. You, however, need to relax. They say it's very dismissive. It's like we've got this, detective. Don't worry, we have this under control.
Okay. I was just reporting it. You don't gotta be all grumpy about it. I mean,
Is there anything else we can help you with?
No, that's it. I just thought you guys would want to know about a body hanging from a tree.
Yes, we do. We will
Okay.
be dealing with this shortly.
Appreciate it. You guys have fun with that. I'm
Heading
gonna
back
go back
towards.
to my vacation. You guys have fun.
Yeah, you can hang up on them. And Travis, you're going back into the convenience store?
Yeah, I would just walk back in and be like, oh, I forgot some stuff. And I want to see if I can get eyes on this other person in the store. If there's
Yeah,
a body
yeah,
hanging
definitely.
across the street that I can see from the building, I'm imagining that either they're
Makes you
involved
wonder
or they
how.
know or something. So
Makes
Yeah,
you
you're
wonder
able.
if dude is the one that hung the body up there.
could have been anyone, but they might have seen something or something. Um, I want to look around. One, to try and get eyes on the other person. Two, to see if they have surveillance here. Um, could I have checked to see if they had surveillance outside the store?
Yeah, you could have checked. They don't have any outside the store that point across the street.
Okay.
They just have one that like angles.
Probably looking at the gas
Um,
pumps.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you did take a gander at that. You probably paused for a moment and went, no, there's no way.
Okay.
Inside, they do have a few cameras to get the 4 angles of the store, basically. And you can see the guy. He's like not doing anything malicious back there. He's by the boxes, by the ice or not ice machines, the cold drink machines. I keep saying ice because usually they have ice like written over it. So I
Yeah,
guess
I
there's
know what
ice
you're talking
in one
about.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Coolers.
yeah. He's working on the cooler at the end. That's a
Okay.
good word to use for it. Appears to be having some problems, but he's like tucked away as it's like pulled out, and there's some boxes. So, do you want to approach him or say anything to him?
Mm,
He like sits back every once in a while to like wipe some sweat off of his face. He catches eyes with you if you want
I'm making
to
eyes at
lurk
them.
there.
Um,
If you want to lurk long enough to catch his attention, I mean.
nah, just they're two bigger, stronger guys capable of hanging a woman from a tree for sure. So I will just buy some gum and head back up to the counter. Buy the gum, try and be as nonchalant as I can. Head back out to the Jeep.
Yeah, 59 cents, and moves on.
Too easy.
You don't actually need to be taking this money off, but
Okay.
apparently gum is 59 cents in this backwater
I'm
place.
keeping track of that. If it changes price, I might have to start buying and selling. Yeah, I'll head back out to the Jeep. Just put the pump back and the hose nozzle finish up, and I'll probably he's walking back. He said he was leaving, so I'll get back in the Jeep and wait.
Yeah, detective, you're heading back on up to your vehicle.
I guess I might as well. There's not much else I can. Well, should we stay for everybody to show up, or because I don't want the body disappearing between them getting here and us leaving? You know what I mean?
I'm presuming Detective Verde, you went up to the Jeep window to say this.
Yeah.
I thought he said he hadn't left the body yet. Oh, okay.
Oh, I was just moving you over there because that's.
We should probably stick around until they get here so the body doesn't disappear. As I'm talking to him, I'm kind of leaning back up against the Jeep, watching the body because I'm paranoid because of the bullshit we've been through recently.
Yeah. Maybe we should get away from the potential killers first.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Do a U-turn, park on the other side of the street.
I meant like out of view, but I guess we could just park across the street.
I mean, if they come walking over here, we have our guns. I presume you brought your guns.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you can't just shoot gas station people who walk across streets. I mean, you're the cop. I mean, I'll.
If they come walking towards us with obvious murderous intent, shooting them is not going to be a problem, especially with a dead body here.
God, no wonder they defunded the police.
Oh, shut up.
You had murderous intent. I was walking to class. This got real.
It got real because you made it real. Good lord,
The
man.
other one saying
Also,
they're
you're
just
a
gonna shoot
detective,
people for
not
walking.
an officer, so
Mm.
I think there's a difference in.
I I mean, I'll follow his instruction. I don't want to get shot by this cop.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go park across the street and hang out for a while.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna just you drive across the street. Are you sitting in the same vehicle while you wait, or are you just doing your own vehicle situation here?
We're both across the street, so I presume we moved both our vehicles because we don't want
Oh yeah, both vehicles. But like,
potential murder. Well,
are you
okay,
sitting
then,
in
yeah.
both vehicles, or are you
Yeah,
hanging out like
I'll sit in the
outside
Jeep
vehicles?
with I'll sit in the Jeep with Travis.
Okay. Is Travis gonna be paranoid about this and lock the doors? That wasn't an actual question. I thought you'd just be like, no, of course not.
If we're being real, I don't trust the gas station people. I don't trust the cops. I don't trust
What,
Verde.
you don't trust the cops?
You have connections with the cops.
I
and
don't-
that's why
I
You
don't
don't trust
them.
me? What?
No. Well, this is out of character talking. You've threatened to kill me multiple times. You're a cop, and you're just like, yeah, I'll shoot people for walking across the street. I'm gonna kill you for being Travis King. You have. You've said this multiple times. It's recorded. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, it's not recorded because it's deleted.
Well, yeah, it's lost footage, but
The lost threats.
yeah. You can't prove any of it.
You do have a snack that you planned on. I guess you don't have to. You planned on.
Yeah,
to,
I'm probably gonna get out and play like fetch with Titan, kind of let him stretch his legs, feed him the jerky and cheese snack.
He brings you back the leg of the lady.
Trying to look nonchalant, like
Titan.
why would they be parked across the street? It's like, oh, okay, they're letting their dog play and all that. Like,
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, so
There's totally not a dead body hanging up behind them.
yeah, we're just gonna pretend like I didn't see it. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Probably have the radio playing.
Yeah, and as you're waiting, you realize it's going to be hour, maybe 2 hours of waiting before anybody's likely to get here.
Fair point. That's a lot of fetch.
I mean, you can keep doing that and wait around. I just want you to know that that's roughly how long it'll take.
No, during this time, it'll probably be like 20 minutes that I'd sit here doing this for. And during that time, Travis is just kind of going through his head, remembering all the different pieces and everything that's kind of led up to this moment. The cops, Verde's actions, Bleeker, Melvin Bleeker.
Yes.
I don't have all my notes from Roll20, so I'm trying to like remember everything. There's Melvin Bleeker. There was I don't have access to the Discord because I have cameras up. But anyway, Arthur Snelling.
Yes.
For people who are just tuning in, none of these names mean anything to you, but they're all important. So, fuck you. Too bad. We'll touch on them as it comes up. But I'm just kind of thinking about everything that's kind of led up to this point and trying to put pieces together and trying to understand. Okay, is this? It seems like stuff's starting to like show that it's connected, and with the police chief's actions and Verde just being like, "Yep, sounds good. I'll get Travis out of town." Travis is like,
You make it sound like it's okay. You know
Detective,
what I mean.
Your comrade seems tense as he's playing fetch in the tensest way possible.
That's most tense fetch.
It's just like it's a very rigid throw.
Hey,
Thank you for returning the ball.
What's up?
Oh, what?
You seem like you're about ready to take off running into the woods.
I don't run from a job.
I didn't say you were. This isn't really a job, though.
Right. Vacation. Right. Right.
So, any reason for being tense, or you just...
There's a dead clown hanging in a tree behind you. Pretty good
Yes,
reason.
but you've seen dead bodies before, and you didn't seem this tense with the weird things in the tunnels.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to know who and where my threats are. And it's starting to get blurry.
Understandable, I suppose. Shit gets wild, apparently, around here.
You trust the Golden Ridge Police Department?
I mean, I've been working for them for about 15 years, but I wouldn't say I trust all of them.
Yeah, you're a veteran. You probably been there a long time. You know what's going on there, right?
Most of it, yeah.
Thought so. Huh.
You sounded like that was a bad thing.
I mean, your police department called aliens raccoons. That didn't seem odd to you?
What'd you want them to say? There's freaking zombie things that made out of some kind of biomaterial running around eating people?
Did they
Is that-
eat anyone?
They tried to
They
eat
were
the kid.
trying to. Well, I guess they didn't put them in their mouth.
Kidnapping
but-
the kid. I don't think they ate her. And then they had a body down there. They just killed him. They didn't eat him.
Okay. Let me rephrase. Would you rather them tell people that there's something weird made out of biomaterial trying to kidnap people and or kill them?
I mean,
But don't worry, guys, we've got it handled. It's nothing we haven't seen before, which would
were-
open a whole nother can of worms.
we were in an office space talking between a cop, a
Airborne
badass,
recovery agent.
and a police chief about a situation that we were literally at. It's not like he was
Yes.
talking to the press.
But you're saying you didn't agree with the raccoon cover up?
No, I don't think there were raccoons.
No, they're obviously weren't raccoons. That's just what they told everybody. So
Is
they
it-
wouldn't panic and they wouldn't have people running around trying to hunt them and kill them.
Okay, detective. Okay. Whatever you say.
If you really just want to fuck off, then you can. I'm not going to stop you. If you don't trust us that much,
You know, you really gotta. I mean, bedside manner is a really important job in the police force.
I don't talk to people if I'm not interrogating them usually. And usually if
can
I'm
see
interrogating
why.
people, they don't ask me to be the nice cop. For obvious reasons.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't do polite so well.
This is gonna be a long vacation.
Yes, it is. And knowing our track record, and
That
with
would be
how
the
it's
point.
with how it's already started off with a mime hanging from a tree.
This is like the perfect point to just go to the Strange Town of Golden Ridge opening credits.
This is gonna be a long vacation.
Camera pans out past the mime hanging in the tree.
Yeah.
And you guys are by the side of a road at a gas station, the last stop until you get to your cabin in the woods. And you see a mime hanging from a rope at a tree in a valley off the side of the road. Somebody did something, and it's not a great situation. But you've called your dispatch, and you should be having like an ambulance and maybe a cop car or something coming, maybe a fire truck. I don't know. They'll probably send the works because Detective Verde called them in. But it's going to be like an hour, 2 hours, and you guys have spent 20 minutes doing some fetch and having a very terse moment. And for that terse moment, I want to reward each of you guys with a Benny. If I can just do that.
Nice. I got 2
uh,
bennies.
No, you don't get 2 bennies. Take
Oh.
one of your bennies away.
No, okay.
There we go. And how I'm going to run this is I will give you bennies each session, and they will stay until the end of the adventure. So if you get a stack of bennies, that's just your prerogative if you don't fail at things. We'll see how that system works. It's
Remind me exactly how we're able to use our bennies.
Benny can let you re-roll something. Benny can also make it so you don't take damage potentially. If you've got good vigor, if your health is really good, your endurance, then you can spend a Benny to just soak wounds, which makes it so you don't go down as quick. So it's good to have those in case you're in dangerous situations, and it's also good to have those for if you're just failing things that you want to succeed at.
Okay.
In the supers version, which doesn't apply here, you can spend a Benny to make your like one of your superpowers behave like a different superpower temporarily. Like if you have fire and you want to do some flight, you can be like, I spend a Benny to do fire flight. I just blast off like Human Torch. Can I please?
He's just teasing us with the Supers campaign that he won't let us play in.
Yeah, exactly. So as you're like sitting here, that was a tense moment, and you guys both discovered a little bit about each other, I think, there and where you stand, and you have some paranoia, and then you hear the sirens approaching. 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes at this point. It looks like they're already here. And as they pull up, yeah, it is the works here. It's a fire truck, an ambulance, and a cop car. And the cop is one that you both recognize, Detective or not, Officer Haim, Haim. He was the one who went with you, Detective Verde, to the tunnels. You had a little bit of a freak out where you thought he was like a monster for a second.
Oh, so it's the same guy. Oh boy.
Yeah. But you left on a good
He's
note.
probably the
Like,
one
you
that made me
didn't-
go on his vacation.
You got very scared by him, but you didn't shoot him in the face.
Thank goodness.
So yeah, it was a situation where it was like, what? And he's like,
that's right.
what?
I remember that.
Yeah, and then you both went back out, and you left on good terms. But he is the officer here, and he makes a beeline for you guys, as the rest of the the ambulance and the fire people go to the tree, deal with the problem, handle the situation. Officer Haim approaches you guys and says, dispatch was pretty vague.
He just thumbs behind him.
Yep. Yeah.
You
It's been happening a lot.
What do you mean it's been happening a lot?
Well, I guess being a mime might make you suicidal. We've been finding a lot of mimes hanging from trees.
What?
Up here in the hills mostly.
And that didn't raise any red flags.
Yes, it has been. Well, you've been on vacation due to your illness.
Illness.
You haven't been in all week.
Travis is gonna lean against the Jeep and kind of look at Detective Verdi and be like, perfectly normal, right? Nothing weird at all going on here.
It's just what I was told by the higher ups is that you need to rest due to your illness, and that's why you haven't been in this week. And
I was told I needed to rest because I was overworking myself. I guess technically is an illness.
right, we were all worried that it was cancer.
I don't have cancer.
Well,
Probably.
that's a relief.
I'm glad you're worried about me. How has it been since the tunnel?
Well, we have been finding mimes in the woods hanging from trees, like off the side of roads like this. Concerned people reporting them.
So freaking weird.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would be a mime these days. It's like,
Yeah, that's what's weird about this.
I thought Stephen King like made clowns like scary and uncomfortable. And
Yeah, the mime part's not the weird one. I figured the people hanging from trees in the middle of the woods would be the weird part.
well, yes, that is weird, but it's weird that that's the theme that we've been seeing. Is that mimes keep hanging themselves.
Right. Yeah, okay. Do you need anything else at us?
Well, just give me the details. How did you find this? What do you know? What do you think?
We came over here to get some gas.
Just
Showed
writing
up.
this down.
I was pumping gas. Saw across the street there was a mime hanging from a rope, and went to go check it out. Nothing really other than that. We didn't question anybody because vacation.
That's good. They said you should be on vacation.
You don't got to keep pointing that out every time I
say something about it. You
Oh,
know that, right?
no. Sorry. I'll just cross that out.
Okay. And that's about all we know. So,
All right. Well, yeah, I'll take it from here. You two can head off onto your vacation.
appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, good sir.
He nods at you at your sarcastic comment, and then heads on over to get more information from the EMT and whatnot. Do you guys want to stick around and watch? They did cut the rope successfully, so you could watch them do their business if you really wanted to. But
I want to
what would
look
you
at
like
the
to do?
people inside the store.
It looks like from your angle, doesn't look like they're watching or anything, but you can't really see what they're doing.
Okay.
Like yeah, nobody's just standing out there being like, huh, what?
You said that guy's name was Marv?
Marv Johansson. And that's what he said. Not me. Well, yes, me, but that's it. He told you his name was.
No, I was trying to think if that was a that's what he said joke, and I was like, oh,
It wasn't. That's why I had to clarify.
I was like, I don't get it.
That's what he said.
Marv Johansson. Okay. No, I'll get in the Jeep.
All right. And detective, are you getting into
Yep,
your vehicle
I'm
as
getting
well?
in the truck and getting ready to leave.
Yeah, let's drive. Vroom. Okay, that's not how it sounds, but yeah. So you guys.
That's how mine sounds.
Okay, you guys get onto the road. There's not much traffic. You have very little issues getting up to the area that you need to go to, and it's approaching early afternoon. As you're like climbing up, you spent a little bit of time waiting, but not too much time. And it's like I want to say probably 1:13 p.m. at this point, and it dawns on you you're supposed to meet the guy at noon at his trailer, but you still feel like you might be able to get your keys, hopefully, maybe.
You said it's currently what time?
About 1:13 p.m. It will
Wow.
exactly 1:13.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna bring you on over to his little trailer. What it is you're like in a very heavily wooded area at this point. You're going up like this gravel road. It's not paved anymore, it's gravel. You're going uphill, so it's a little bit sketchy. Like you feel if you stop for too long, you might start sliding backwards a bit. And at the top of this hill area, there is some parking spots, as well as some power cables still coming up here to at least, I don't know, give power to something, probably your cabins. There's a trailer that you see that I'm going to show you right now. You can right directly in the middle of this fork, and around it goes two roads. And you see this white trailer home area with a roof covering. And presumably you guys come up to the parking area at least to think. What would you like to do?
Yeah, this is. Are there any signs or anything? Or is this just a random trailer in the middle of the road?
Yes, there is a Lake Uskoski like park manager sign.
Yeah, okay. Perfect. Yeah, then I'd probably pull in there and stop. Get a lay of the land.
Yeah. As I said, the greenery is starting to come back, like it's starting to bloom again. But this area seems to be still sort of dry. Like the rain hasn't really soaked in as much. Two roads. They go past. Let's say it's a fork. You can see the trailer, and you can. Oh, as you get out, you can smell the trailer. It reeks of pot. Damn it. You can faintly hear some music, I guess. Like it's muffled. It's coming from within the trailer.
Great. Well, detective. Should we go in and
Are
get
your
our keys?
windows rolled down, and
Yeah,
you're like,
I mean, we can go knock, but I'm not sure if he's going to be in the right mind to, do anything.
I'm gonna
You
walk up
smell
to
that?
the door and go, "Tsh, tsh, tsh, please open up!" And then stand back.
For the love of
I'll stand back and be like, after you.
really.
okay, so let me get this straight. So you're walking up and you're going to pound on the door.
Uh-huh.
Detective Verde, what are you doing with this? Are you following him up?
I'm just standing by the vehicles, holding my forehead.
And so you're doing a long gesture of okay. No.
Yeah, real long.
Okay, yeah. So you pound on the door, and after a few moments, the muffled music stops, and then starts back up again.
That's not how it
How'd that
works.
work out for you?
I'm gonna shine my flashlight through the windows. Please open up!
That time, the music stops again. The windows are covered with curtains,
Damn it.
but the light would probably still kind of shine through, like
Maybe a little bit.
It just doesn't illuminate anything for you.
No, yeah, I'm just
music
like,
stops again. The door opens really slowly at first. And a guy in like a tank top shirt with long shaggy hair, and yes, he is the source of this absolutely disgusting smell. And he leans down and he's like, "Oh, I thought I heard something."
It's like, just kidding, it's not the cops. I just need the key to the lodge.
Oh, you guys, you two for the lovers lodge, or are you the party guys? You don't look like party guys because
I'm gonna look back,
like-
yeah. We're definitely not party guys. We're definitely lovers, if you couldn't tell.
Travis.
yeah,
We're way more lovers than we could ever be partiers.
Travis.
you guys seem really passionate.
Yeah, so passionate. He loves saying my name.
Let me find the key just a second.
We're
He closes
the
door
party
on me.
lodge, not the bleeping.
Bleeping. He's also 80 years old.
You guys are
Oh,
alone out
shut
here
up.
talking to each other like a married couple.
I'm talking to the door, bleeping. He's also 80 years old.
After a few moments, he comes back and brings you a key and says, "Yeah, okay, here's the key. Yeah, if you need anything, you can call me, or you can come over here, or I'll check in on you later and make sure you guys are doing okay. Um, I'm Tonbert. I'm like the park manager here and stuff, so I can help you out if you got problems."
I think my joke might be going too far. Probably the
No
party.
shit.
The party lodge should probably be better. I don't know. Whichever one's under the Golden Ridge Police Department.
Oh yeah, that would be the lovers then, because the party lodge is more for like people who have like a bunch of people at a place. This one's a little bit nicer. Like it's you got a place where you can have your hobbies together for a little vacation, but it's really nice. You guys are gonna love it.
Does it have two
Okay.
separate beds?
I take the key. Thank you.
So yeah, again, I'll check in on you later unless you call me. And he closes the door.
Gonna be a very, very long vacation.
And with that, we're off to
Sudden
another
commercial
break.
again. It's a town of Golden Ridge.
It's like the chapter quote, like the catchphrase.
Yeah.
I'll hop back in the Jeep. Does it have like a cabin number or anything? Or am I able to find the lodge?
Yeah, the sign also has like a 1 and 2, and your key says 2, so you're going to take the right path, presumably.
I'll head to the lodge.
Yeah, so you guys drive on up to the cabin. It's still, I mean, not much time has passed. It's like maybe a 3-minute drive if you're driving carefully on the gravel road up to your cabin area. And the cabin itself is comprised of 2 parts. I'm going to show you this so we can just move over. This is the second part, but the first is essentially you have like a area where the road comes up. You get to your parking lot where you can probably fit about 6 to 8 vehicles, depending on how small your vehicles are. And there's a campfire pit with logs around it. Then after you go past that, then you would come in at the bottom of this map to the front door, and you can see the cabin itself up there. And presumably, you guys go to inspect the cabin, or
Yeah, I'd hit him. I mean,
yeah, you probably bring a little bit of your
Leave your-
gear or something.
yeah.
And nothing's stopping you from doing a walkthrough, of course. So can I just paste again? No, I can't. Okay. Go back to there so I can copy paste you guys. Okay, rude. There you go. Yeah, you can go through the cabin. It is a rather nice cabin. Unfortunately, yes, it only has one bed, and it's a double bed. But there is a nice couch and 2 nice chairs. Well, a nice is being used a little bit. Well, it's all a bit cabiny.
Yeah.
It's probably freshly cleaned, but it's a little bit musty. You do find that there is a bathroom, and of course, you do find that there is an area where you guys could go and share your hobbies together. Desks and whatnot, room for activities. Something inside me says that's not what that room will be used for by you guys, or at all.
Sex.
But
Lots of sex. I'll go in and toss my stuff down next to the couch. Kind of look around, see the bed and everything. Probably did a walk through of the place, and I'll throw my stuff next to the couch and be like, "You can have the bedroom. I'm not gonna fight over it. I'm not trying to get shot.
I ain't gonna shoot you. I'll leave that to the monster things that we got running around.
Yeah, that's a good point. And with that, I'm gonna start. I'll kind of take note of that and be like, valid point. I'm gonna, not that I don't know that they'd be this far out, but I'm my paranoid ass. I'm gonna walk around and check security on this place. Except, if I remember right, they just busted into that girl's room with literally no complication. They could hold doors and everything.
It's
So
just
I don't know if checking.
the walls might as well have not been there. I mean,
Yeah.
there's like 3 windows in this main room with the couch. 2 doors, by the way, leading out. Like there's a back door.
Okay,
And of course, you probably lean back out that door, and you can see that there's chopped wood on the side. There's sort of an area that's a little bit secluded. If you had a campfire there, it might be much, but you could almost see yourself sitting out back there, like hanging out with friends, while there's a bigger party going on elsewhere. I don't know why you're getting these ideas.
You said this afternoon? 1:30,
Yes,
2
it's
p.m.?
probably, let's say 1:30 at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna toss my stuff down, check out the area, and then I'll probably. You said we brought like provisions and food, right?
Yes,
assuming.
you at
Okay.
least brought enough food to survive, and hot dogs. It's appropriate food that you could cook here.
Okay. That's what I was
And you
thinking.
probably bought, like my presumption was at least a 6-pack of beer, but you brought more.
Yeah,
You
I wanna
bought
bring
like a
couple.
30-pack at the.
Yeah. I'm gonna head out back and see if I can get a campfire going.
It's actually, it would be, you go back down south over to where your cars are parked. It's off the map a bit here.
Okay.
But you could actually start a campfire in the back if you wanted. Like you could dig up a pit, put some rocks down.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why?
I don't want to
why
walk all the
not?
way out past the cars. I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go out there and start building a fire pit.
Okay, and really, that's
I
not.
brought a shovel.
Yes, you brought a shovel. That will make it a lot easier here. Because as I was going to say, this isn't really a skill-based situation. It's a determination, labor. You just need to dig and put the stones down. And there's like a log laying there and a stump, and there's some wood stuff, and there's trees overhanging. So you feel like, and not overhanging enough that it would be problematic. Just enough that it causes some coverage and be comfortable. So you can be digging on that.
Okay.
Detective Verde, while your comrade is creating a fireplace or campfire, Jesus, what would you like to do?
I suppose I'm just double checking everything as well to make sure there's no hidden things inside the building, like trapdoors or stuff like that.
Yeah, well, you are very alert for these kinds of things, and you are an investigator. So, yeah, right by the bathroom, there is a hatch. And it is padlocked and chained. With a chain and padlock kind of work together to keep it closed. And when you give it a light tug, it's very snug. You don't like get like a crack or anything. It's chained on top, it's padlocked, and something below it is holding it snug.
I go over to the window and poke my head out. Hey, Travis,
Yeah.
we have a trap door in here. That's
Actually, I'm gonna turn around and go. Yeah.
You drop
we-
the shovel.
I do.
we've got a trap
It's
door
a
in
fire
here.
pit, not a grave.
By the end of this, we might need a grave. We have a trap door in here that's padlocked and chained.
The camera cuts away to me sitting in an office chair. I don't know it was at this moment that I was so confused. He was confused. I was confused. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. And then we come back to the scene. I'm like,
So there's one of three things down there. Something that they don't want to get stolen, a dead body, or some more monsters.
okay.
Just thought I'd make you aware before, we go to sleep at night. So we can both have the nightmares.
Thanks. I think.
You're welcome.
Can I
Just,
pick up my
just
shovel?
wanted to share. What?
I'm gonna pick up my shovel now.
Okay.
I'm moving slowly.
We're not at a traffic stop. I'm not even working.
Good observation, officer. Detective.
Whatever.
I
Goes
go, back,
back
I,
inside.
go, I go back to making the fire pit.
Yeah, so you're going back to your fire pit. Is there? What would you like to do now, Faraday? You had the awkward conversation with your comrade.
Oh, good lord. I don't know.
Well, there's certainly some options here. You plop down your equipment, your backpack, probably, or the bag that you've packed of stuff. So you don't need to worry about that. Everything's moved in. You brought your food probably to the fridge. There is like a fridge cooking area, so you can put your stuff there. I mean, you certainly have options here. You could join your comrade out at the campfire and see what he's doing. You could oppose everything and just stay in this building and maybe try and figure out what's going on with that trap door or tell stories at the fireplace. You could go out into the woods. I mean, that's what you're here for in a sense, is to see the nature and wander the woods, find out what mysteries might lie there. There's also the lake.
Is it
Everybody
like
likes...
nighttime though?
Oh no, it's like 1:30 p.m.
Oh, okay.
It's afternoon, so you could go down to the lake. It's probably warm still.
Wait, it's 1:30 and he's already building a campfire?
You gotta dig the pit. Gotta put the rocks down. Gotta collect the rocks. Gotta get some.
Don't judge me.
Wood.
I wasn't judging.
You're inside and not doing anything, but you're like, why are you already building a
like
campfire?
his thoughts drift from the chain trapdoor to why is he building a campfire so early?
There's
I
also
build
the
it
other
in the
cabin.
dark.
I guess I'll just be like knocking on the trapdoor to see if anything answers back.
Thunk, thunk, thunk.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun,
Any
dun.
monsters down there?
What?
Sorry, I'm talking to the trapdoor.
You're okay.
I like to think you left like the back door open a crack so that when you yell, it actually gets out there a bit. Yeah, like you need some bolt cutters or something, you think, to make any headway on this. Nothing responds back to you in this trap door.
Hey, Travis?
Dunk. Yeah.
Did you just drop your shovel again?
I dropped my shovel again.
Did you bring bolt cutters?
Yeah.
You want to help me explore a trapdoor that may or may not be dangerous?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to finish up with the campfire first, or you want to do this first?
Yeah.
Was that a yes to the trapdoor or a yes
I'm
to
back
the
to work on the
campfire?
campfire. I'm like, well, technically both.
All right, sure. I'll start loading the shotgun.
I mean, fine. I'll come in. Fine.
Not for you.
Oh,
For the trapdoor.
well, that's good to know.
Paranoid.
I'm having way more fun with this than I should be.
So Travis, you're going to grab your bolt cutters and bring them to.
I don't have bolt cutters. I didn't buy bolt cutters. I have a shovel.
But bolt cutters. Do you want to go in with your shovel?
Yeah, I have a shovel. Did I finish
Okay.
my fire pit?
Well, you've probably dug it out by now. You have some like mounds of like grass and dirt. You just think you'd probably be better to get some rocks from the woods, to like line it, so that you don't cause a forest fire.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a good
But
plan.
otherwise, yeah, you have a pit where you could throw a bunch of wood and light it on fire. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go get rocks then. I want to finish this up before it gets dark.
Okay.
I don't want to go
So
out in the woods when it's dark.
Yeah, that's fair. You're gonna wander off into the
I'm
woods.
not a bitch, chat. I'm just scared.
Okay, so detective, what would you like to do as Travis King goes off in the woods to finish his project?
I don't know. I guess figure out if there's anything I can do to unlock the door without killing somebody or anything like that.
Or causing property damage that you might be liable for?
Preferably no property damage. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is a actually you have an idea. And we'll get to that in a moment. Actually, I'll just explain it now. It dawns on you that if there's a basement of some kind the trapdoor leads to, you might be able to find something outside, like going for like a wine cellar, or not wine cellar, like a root cellar entrance, like those little doors you can pull. So you go to investigate the outsides a little bit more carefully to see if there's anything perhaps that you missed or isn't properly depicted on the map. Meanwhile, Mr. Travis King goes off into the woods.
Yeah,
Off
buddy.
into the woods. They're very beautiful woods. You begin to wander out there and you feel yourself being sort of free of anything that has been weighing you down out here. Like you're without a master out here. You are simply out here to just be yourself, and if anything comes to you, you are the one who determines your destiny. If a bear comes up on you and tries to tear you apart, it's you who survives if you have the gun and the power, or not, if it has more power than you. You find yourself having these odd little thoughts as you wander through the woods, picking up these nice rocks, getting them like in your arms and everything to make this pit. When you stumble upon a small clearing in these woods, it's like there's the trees and everything, and then there's this clearing with short grass everywhere except for the middle. And in the middle, there is this. Well, it looks like a micro stump, like a stump of a small tree. It looks like a normal stump but shrunk down. And as you approach it, there's like a tomato plant that's hanging over it. So there's a tomato plant and this small stump thing that looks carved. And you just kind of look at the tomato plant and this carved stump, and it almost looks like somebody carved like little wooden mugs and put them on this flat stump area, as if somebody made a bar for squirrels.
Bar for squirrels.
These little thimble-sized mugs do have some liquid in them. Probably rainwater, maybe deer piss. I don't know. Does a deer piss at a squirrel bar?
I don't know. Does it?
How many mugs?
It looks like 7.
Jesus Christ, it's a party.
This wasn't a one-off.
Uh,
This isn't like an acorn. This is a piece of wood.
I'll pour them all out, and then I'll trickle a little bit of my flask into each one.
Okay. You feel
I'm about to get the squirrels drunk.
yeah, you feel like you've pulled off a interesting prank,
Yeah. Take that, squirrel. You gon'
but it
you
has
gonna
yet to be
appreciate
any.
it. They're gonna thank
anything
me
happening.
later. It's fine.
Yeah, they'll thank you later.
Yeah. I need to find rocks.
Yeah.
I'm
and you
just
do
gonna
find-
assume the trailer park dude is fucking weird.
Yes, and he's probably the
could've been
person who drinks at the squirrel bar.
Could have been a past resident. Came out here and like made some arts and crafts thing. Weird.
Yeah. And you find enough rocks in this little field that you're able to head back and set up your campfire. As you wander around, Detective Verde, you don't see any entrances outside into a basement of any kind. It's a good idea, but it didn't really go anywhere. You do find, however, a small, like, you know how basements sometimes have that half window where if you're on
Yeah.
the ground floor, yeah, it's got one of those that you can see in, and well, see in is sort of vague. It's very crusted over with dirt. You like rub it a little bit to try and clear it up, but there's no light coming from within. It looks like a dark room of some kind. You strain your eyes, and it looks like a lot of boxes, maybe some furniture. A storage cellar, which seems like the worst place to store like furniture. Oh, let's put it down this trap door.
Yeah,
We
why
won't
why
be
would you
needing it
store
soon.
furniture inside of a cellar? And why would it be locked? Oh well, it's gonna stay locked.
Yeah.
Not going to mess with that if I can help it.
Yeah, definitely. It's probably about this point that Travis King comes back with the rocks. You can hear him plopping them down in the dirt, arranging them. Do you want to head over to him, or do you want to do something else?
Let's
Okay.
go open tab.
So you are both in the backyard making or watching a campfire be made.
Did
Yeah,
it do good?
Travis.
Is it a nice campfire?
This is a
So
very
far,
nice
yes.
campfire.
Yeah. Okay. I'll look at him and be like, "You get into your secret dungeon? Sex
No,
dungeon.
I found
Option
a
4. It's a sex dungeon.
that was an option, yes, but it's not a sex. It probably would have been more interesting if it was, but it's not. So found a window, looked inside, and it's just a bunch of furniture and shit.
Is it basement?
Yeah, pretty much. It's not a basement to live in, it's just a basement to store stuff.
Only entrance being a trapdoor?
Yep.
What kind of furniture?
Couches, chairs, nothing
Couches.
really interesting. Yeah, couches.
So one pothead out there is just lugging couches up and down a cellar door?
I guess. I don't know.
Weird.
Tell me about it.
Does my campfire pit look... Is it acceptable?
Yeah, looks
Yeah,
nice.
you've set it up. Oh, you weren't. Were
I
you
was
asking me?
I was
or...
asking you if I'm done now. I can
Yes,
go
you
on the
are
shelf. Am
done,
I
and
still
it does
occupied?
look nice.
Okay.
Got your rock set up. It's deep enough that you could put good amount of firewood in there.
I want to head in and jam my shovel in the lock and break it if I can.
All right, this is going to be a strength check.
I up my strength. Let's go.
Big muscles, big muscles.
They're not really. They're average muscles, I think. Now,
It's a
but
standard strength check here. You're gonna be
standard
breaking some
strength
chains.
check. Let's go, baby. I got a 4 or a
Just
4. I'll
enough.
take a 4.
Yep. It takes several blows, but you finally hit it in a way where you break one of the old chains, and you're able to like slip it off and be like, okay, now I can unravel it and pull it off. And yeah, the padlock comes off too, and it still feels like there's something on the other end holding it down.
What? Wait, I have a crowbar. Why didn't I use my crowbar? I want to use a crowbar. Can I use a crowbar to like pry it open?
Yeah, it might. It probably will do at least slight damage to the property, but you might be able to get away with this if you do a really nice strength roll. Yeah, I'll give you a +2 on your strength roll here.
Modifier. Value 2 +2. There we go.
Yes, you will open it. This is whether or not you do like some damage.
Let's see. Roll. I got a 7.
Yes, a 7 will do it for you. Yeah, you're able to pry it open while being conscious of not wanting to screw up your relationship by scratching floors, however that works. And yeah, you're able to pry it open. It's like there was a weight attached to it, and as you pried it open, something snaps and the weight falls, and it's just completely open. As you hold it open, you can see that there's a ladder down. Ladder. How are they getting 3 couches up and down that? Well,
yeah.
down maybe, but and you can see that there's like this sandbag maybe filled with metal or something. It's like a burlap bag that was attached by a rope. It doesn't look like it's attached to anything else. Like just somebody weighted it down from the inside.
I'll pull out my flashlight with the 10-inch beam and hop down.
Yeah, you can easily hop down. And Detective Verde, you see your comrade just bust this open and hop down. What would you like to do?
I guess I'm following.
Yeah, okay.
I'm curious.
Yes, you are.
I have a major curious hindrance, so
You just can't help it.
here we go.
And yeah, as you go down, you eye around. It's a cramped basement room that looks like it would have probably been a good wine cellar or root cellar or a place for your preserves, but it's being used for storage, furniture. You see a sign down here that looks like an old Lake Yuskoski sign. Wow, it looks a lot better than the crappy one they have out there. Like the one they have out there, it took me a moment to even describe it to you guys. That's how little it stood out. This one's bigger and much more like Lake Yuskoski. 1 and 2. You got two
That's
cabins.
weird.
But yeah, it definitely looks like storage for furniture and supplies for the Lake Yuskoski campground.
Can I investigate the area? Like, pull off any tarps, move any blankets, see if there's anything hidden down here, behind furniture, anything? Just kind of do a full sweep just to make sure before I go to bed
Oh,
here.
yeah. Yeah, and now that you're down here, Detective, would you like to do the same?
Yeah, let's look around.
Yeah, you can both roll your notice with all full bonuses.
Does my flashlight help with anything, or is it just I have a flashlight, so...
Yeah, you're negating penalties for being in darkness.
Okay.
So you're able to shine lights on things and, like, make it visible.
17.
Somebody got some exploding dice there.
Nice.
With
It's our first
your
exploding
plus
dice.
4 bonus. Yeah, so as you're looking around here, you guys make a strange discovery. And how it goes is you're like both lifting up tarps and lifting cloths off and like pulling drawers out on like nightstands and whatnot and trying to find anything you can that might be of interest down here. And Detective, you pull open this drawer on like a dresser, and a bag of something like slides out. It's like it's a quart-sized bag, so not a full gallon bag, Ziploc, and it's filled with a powder of some kind. And as your eyes strain to see what it is, you probably nudge your comrade, who points the light at it, and you both see it for what it is. This is a quart-sized baggie filled with a powdered substance, probably similar to like sugar or cocaine in texture, but it looks like a swirl of colors. And as you like shift it a little bit, they don't mix. It's as if it's like sherbet ice cream, or sherbet ice cream if you prefer, with just these vivid purples and oranges and greens and blues and purples that don't really mix. It's like rainbow cocaine, and you have a bag of it?
Would I know what this stuff is?
Um,
I'm talking about my occult stuff.
Go ahead and roll your occult.
Alright. Occult, don't fail me now.
Would you like to spin a Benny?
Occult has failed me. Yeah, let's go ahead and spin a Benny. Why not?
Go ahead and reroll, and I'll take a Benny from you if I can figure out how.
As soon as I figure out how to do so.
I stole your Benny, I think.
I got a 5. I guess that's not much better.
A 5 is better. A 3 is a failure, a 4 is a success, and a 5 is one above a success. So in this case, yeah, you look at it for a moment and then realize, oh yeah, this is the there's a old story about the native tribes in this area, the ones that would paint their faces with white and black and sometimes red. They had a magical plant that they said, or was rumored to be able to give them great powers, give them strength. It's been compared to like well, cocaine, to be fair, like in the descriptions of how powerful and energized it makes you feel close with the nature of some kind. But it was a rare and non-proven to exist plant that had basically rainbow petals. Like
Except
iridescent
kinda
is more accurate.
kind of proven now.
What's that?
I said it's kind of
Yeah,
proven now.
has it? Oh well, I think I know what you're talking about now.
And Travis, Fred just blinks at it, nonplussed. Travis, do you know what we have here?
No.
We have the equivalent of magic face paint cocaine.
Is that what the mimes are wearing?
That's kind of what I was assuming.
Face paint, cocaine, so it's a drug they put on their face.
Yes.
You believe this is more of like they would consume this and then apply face paint.
Oh, okay.
Um,
You weren't very
but
clear on that.
it could be that they mix it in with the face paint.
So, I guess that's kind of a mystery. Kind of solved? Not really.
That there are mimes dying all over the place, and that we just found
No, I was
special
talking more.
mime dust in the basement of Lover's Cottage that the police department booked us at.
I was more talking about the fact that the ancient wall paintings of mimes.
How's that solved?
Well, we know why the paintings showed mimes because they used this stuff and painted their faces.
We know that there are paintings of mimes on the walls because they do cocaine.
No, because okay. So according to what I know and what I've read, and this is a cold book, so take it with a grain of salt. But the ancient, or I guess not ancient, the natives here use this stuff to either get high and or paint their faces. And if they're going to be writing on walls, I'm assuming they would include that in their drawings. And I'm assuming the people who painted their faces and took this stuff were trying to protect the area from something.
The
And it was
paintings
something
were on
in
the
the
tunnel.
tunnels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what paintings is. I wasn't there for it, but I remember him telling me. About
Okay,
it.
I was just wanting to make sure you knew.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Is it just me or is this shit getting weirder and weirder?
I mean, yeah. You're the one who just said it was solved, though.
I said partially maybe solved.
Okay.
It explains why there were mimes painted on a wall in a cave. That's about all it solves.
Yeah, the whole thing's still weird. People
I'm
dressing
not
up as
saying-
mimes in the middle of the night and dancing in a park and getting hung from trees out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but that brings up the point. Maybe the guys that are getting hung from trees are getting killed by the things they're trying to protect everybody from. And these guys that are dressing up as mimes are descended from the natives. I know it's a long shot, but that's kind of where my mind's going.
We found aliens in a locked-in sewer, so you know,
Fair.
anything kind of goes.
All right, so we're going swimming tomorrow, right?
Okay. What? Sure.
I need to take my mind off it, to be honest. So, I need to do something else, especially since I'm supposed to be on damn vacation.
Well, I got an idea. I'm gonna head back upstairs.
Are both of you heading upstairs?
Sure, I'm following.
Are you gonna leave the bag back where you found it, or are you taking
No,
it with?
I'm taking it with me. I'll put it in my pocket.
Okay, heck yeah. Well, a quart bag that might not fit in your pocket too well because it's
I'm
pretty
wearing a
full.
trench
That's
coat.
it's like a. Oh yeah, you're wearing a trench coat. Never mind, it'll fit. My bad. So you guys were climbing out of the basement or the trapdoor basement of this cabin in the woods that you are being sent to, the lovers' cabin, so to speak. That has turned out to be not a joke. There's only one bed and a couch, but that's good because now it's fine. And also you have that tent, and you all have you each have like a sleeping bag that you had like, for whatever. So you brought a pillow, a sleeping bag. It's not going to be the worst situation.
And a campfire. We have a campfire.
and a campfire. Hasn't been started yet, but you put some wood in there and you dug it out, of course, and you put like stones around it, so it's safe and everything. But you were going out of this basement with Detective Verde, and you said you had something you wanted to do.
I'm gonna head out. Well, I want to grab. You said it's like 2:00.
Yeah, let's say it's like 2:30.
That's good for lunch, right? I'm gonna grab some of the. You said you had hot dogs.
Yeah, one of you has hot dogs and buns.
Yeah,
And...
I'm sure I got hot dogs.
Okay. I'm gonna get the fire going, get some hot dogs, start grilling up some over the fire, some lunch, and pull out the case of beer, set it out, toss him one. I'll open it up, take a drink, and I want to set it down. I didn't think this through. I want to go into the house and see what disposables can I find in the house. Anything small, knickknacks, old cans, anything. Is it just, you don't have to name everything, but is there stuff like that?
Like stuff that you think wouldn't be missed if it like disappeared?
Sure, yeah. Anything.
Yeah, there's some like minor decorations and whatnot.
Okay.
There's no trash or anything.
Yeah, I probably should have thought this through a little bit more.
Oh, you have firewood if that's what you're looking for.
Not necessarily firewood. I will take those trinkets and stuff, and I will go set them up on, I don't know, the log, if that's a thing.
Yeah, that log's a thing.
Okay, I'm
Just
gonna go back.
and you probably have an extra, like you've set up a few things there, so
Yeah.
you guys have multiple options. Even
Go
if
back.
it looks like it's just grass.
Grilling hot dogs and target practice
Target practice with what?
with my gun.
Oh, okay. I looked over and it looked like you went.
Target
Okay,
practice.
yeah. I was like, what? Say what? Do you have a slingshot or a bow?
No.
Yeah, that.
Beer, bullets, and
Yeah, we're on vacation, so I'm grilling
Yeah.
hot dogs, having a beer, and
See, can I draw? Okay, that's not. I'm just gonna draw. I wanted to draw
I mean,
a
we can just
campfire that's
imagine it.
apparently white.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I did that. I made it white. I painted it.
Yes.
I sprinkled
stones.
the paint dust on all the stones.
You could if you want to.
And then you light them up. Would we all just get high from that? Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know how drugs
I don't
work.
Do you want to do it?
No, why would I spill out all his evidence? No.
Well, yeah. To be fair, you don't have it. You'd have to ask him for it. But do you want to try it?
It says you pull out my
What
pocket.
happened?
Hey, I should learn magic. I mean, like like street magic, not like
Yeah.
actual magic.
Like sleight of
I am
hand.
going to be magical.
Yeah,
I did not know any of this shit was real till I got here. But I
Travis
am
King.
magic now.
Yeah. There's aliens. Fuck it, I'm a wizard.
Yeah, you just put on a wizard cap. Like, yo, I'm a wizard.
I'm a
Fuck
wizard,
it.
Harry.
We're gonna fight magic with magic.
So you get the fire started, no problem. You have like the items to do that. It'd be sad if you couldn't.
I have a lighter.
With a lighter in your pocket. Yeah, Detective Verde, what do you want to be doing while he's starting the fire and getting hot dogs going and doing
I'm
target
sitting here,
practice?
sitting here drinking my beer, ready to talk with Travis with all his woes. Let him know that I'm here for him and I can be trusted because I'm not an asshole completely.
Yeah, but what do you actually say to him?
Fuck
you.
What do you actually say?
Sorry. What do you actually say to him?
Oh, it's really nice to not be on call all the time. Just out in the woods, in the cabin, drinking beer with somebody who may or may not be a friend. It's always good to just have a beer buddy at least.
Detective, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Don't get used to it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, yeah, you don't know how much I needed this vacation.
With that, just pulls out his gun. Not at Verde, at the targets, obviously.
just shoots Verde. Here's a permanent vacation.
I saw what I was doing, and I was like, I don't want this to be misconstrued. It's just...
Yeah, somehow I feel that Detective Verde isn't too bothered by you pointing at the little
No,
trinkets
I
that you've
would
set
hope
up
not.
on purpose and blowing a hole through this stupid, arrogant little smug cherub statue that just went poof. You hit it dead on.
Oh,
Well, that was a good
holster.
shot.
Like, that wasn't bad. I'm even impressed. How do you like your dogs?
Just a little bit of black, not too much.
I meant the hot dogs.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh,
Just blacken them a little bit. Don't blacken them too much.
Titan looks confused
and
and expectant.
Yeah,
He's been waiting. He's like,
Titan's like, give me one.
yeah, I definitely. I'll pet him. I'll definitely cook one up for him too. And as I'm cooking, I'm like, just because we're in this lovers lodge on vacation, it doesn't mean we need to get all sentimental, right?
You sure?
I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. I guess I probably couldn't, even if I tried. But it's a little weird and sudden and
Would
different.
you rather me go back to doing what I was doing before?
I really don't want to have to drop this hot dog and put my hands up.
I don't know why you keep putting your hands up. Every
You have
time I
threatened to
try
shoot me like 3 times since we've been hanging out.
And what have you been doing those times I threatened to shoot you?
Solving a case together, being best
Being
friends,
stupid.
being on rude.
You went driving down the freaking main road of the town, threatening to pop your gun off.
flashback. Not threatening, but he was waving it.
Yeah,
And
I waved my gun
flashback
around.
that we use, I exaggerate his facial expressions a little bit. Like he was just like, ah. But I'm like,
The flashback has been modified.
The flashback
Yeah,
was
at the bottom.
The
The
flashback
flashback.
was, hey, I need your help, and you're like, nah, and I was like, well, now you have to follow me, and you're
Yep.
like, well, I'm a cop, and this guy's waving a gun, so now I have to follow him, and I got you on the case, and which
and
may
he
not
said,
have been a
God
great thing.
damn
But,
it.
yeah, but it got you to partake in the adventure, so you're welcome. But also, that got your life in jeopardy, so I'm sorry.
Is this still in the flashback?
No, this is me talking.
We're just sitting at the bottom of the flashback.
Yeah. No, okay.
Are
Flashback.
we done with the flashback? Yeah, I think we're done.
Shut up, flashback people.
Yeah, go away, flashback. Okay. I'm like, I mean, technically, I got you on this whole case with that, so you're welcome. But also, it got you a new little tattoo. So, sorry.
I guess. Oh, I could have done without the new tattoo, to be completely honest.
Well, I mean, you climbed into a welded-off sewer with a bunch of aliens.
You were there too.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, we did that. We probably didn't need to crawl down a random hole in the middle of a rainstorm, but we did.
I was following you.
Well, yeah, I do this kind of dumb shit all the time.
You just forget it. Whatever.
I mean, that's kind of my job. I investigate stuff.
What do you think I do for a living?
Well, you were you were sitting in a restaurant eating.
I can't be everywhere at once.
Listen, we gotta eat.
I need a break sometimes too, man.
It's only human.
Well, take a shot and enjoy your break.
I can drink to that.
Okay, I'll hand him my flask.
I thank you, but I was talking about the beer I had in my hand.
Oh, I said take a shot, and you said I'll drink to that, but I meant shoot the stuff on the log. But then I thought you meant liquor, and so I gave you liquor. Now we're both you're confused. I'm confused.
I'll just do both. He takes a swig, hands it back.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the dumpy moose on the log that was mocking both of you as you were trying to figure this
Why
out.
is it a dumpy moose?
Well, it's a moose, but he's got the horns. It's like Bullwinkle from Rocky and Bullwinkle. He's just
Oh
kind
no,
of
it's not
fatter.
You shot
It's
Bullwinkle?
fatter and not him. It's just like, you guys are like, well, what are we gonna
Fatter,
do? Are you gonna shoot him? And he's just like, then bam.
He's just
head
like,
on.
you know
No,
what?
not
I'm kind of
quite
glad
head on.
he's
You
gone.
blow off like the left antler, and it just sends him flying, and he smashes in the rocks beyond.
I'm kind of glad he's gone. If I'm honest, I felt very judged.
The rest of the
Oh,
trinkets all
Bullwinkle?
seem uncomfortable with
Yeah,
their situation,
fat
knowing they could
Bullwinkle.
be blown away.
Is it just me or do they seem kind of uncomfortable?
It's because they all look like terrified characters. You blew away the cherub, the dumpy moose. Now it's just like a scared boy.
I want to yell out
Um,
Andy's coming and see what happens.
Are they sentient?
No, they're just little statues.
This is a Toy Story joke. Never mind.
You
It's
guys
where
are
all
both
the
going
all
down
the
toy
toys
sentience.
fall over because Andy's
Yeah,
coming.
no, it's not.
Oh, okay.
They just happen to fall over just as we point the guns at them.
Like Andy's coming. They all just. I'm like, what?
I get it now.
Okay. I don't know. I think I'll spend the after because I mean it's our how long we're here for a week, right?
You're here for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, we're not here that long. Okay.
Yes,
Uh,
but
go
I
ahead.
will interject here
Yeah.
because you're making hot dogs. You guys are eating hot dogs.
Is it funny that I didn't even want to come here and now I'm like, oh, only a weekend?
Yeah, that is strange, and you never know how things go. But you have a nice campfire you made, not the campfire that's down below that has been used by other groups.
Yeah,
This is a
gross.
virginal campfire of friendship.
If there's
you
one
both
thing
are-
we need on vacation, it's a virginal campfire.
Yes. Yes. And so you have hot dogs, you have your beers, you do your shots at these trinkets and everything. You get some good shots, and maybe you put up like some beer cans or beer bottles. I don't know how you do. Beer cans is probably better for the environment, so that's what we'll say we're doing here. Not
Oh,
sending glass all over the
Shit.
ground.
I did tell him I wouldn't litter. I want to make sure when we're all done with all this, I go around and pick all this stuff up.
Yeah, you can pick up your beer cans
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you're shooting.
Yeah, good idea. Not beer bottles.
And it's about like at 5 o'clock or so. You've been like doing this for a while. You've been having a good time. Oh, no, hold on. That's way too far. It's probably
Yeah,
about like 4
We've been
o'clock.
having an average time.
No, 4 o'clock is how
Oh.
far it took. Like you've been hanging out and talking, and the tensions are starting to fall a little bit. You're getting relaxed. You're enjoying the slight buzz from the beer and the warmth in your belly from the hot dog. You guys have ketchup. You have mustard. Hopefully that's enough, because if you needed relish, well, I don't think anybody brought relish, but you have plenty of things otherwise. You probably have some chips that you can pop open, like a bag of Lay's or something. Doritos if you prefer. I don't know. And it's getting very pleasant. And that's when something strange happens, as it always does in the strange town
of Golden Ridge.
of Golden Ridge. You're sitting there having a good time, and detective, you're the first to notice it. There's a squirrel staring at you.
Is he drunk?
He doesn't appear to be. He seems angry.
Oh.
The squirrel seems angry.
Yeah, it's just like a squirrel sitting out. I'm actually going to put a token on the map here. It's not this big, obviously, but that's where it is. An angry-looking squirrel sitting there, just staring at you. Piss the fuck off.
I'm worried that you went through all the work to get a token of a squirrel.
Do you wouldn't happen to see the angry squirrel, would you?
You can point it out to your comrade, and King, you do see it.
Squirrel actually looks angry. Listen, I found their tea party. I gave them liquor. I don't know why he's mad. I realize that
You
probably
did
doesn't
what?
make sense. There's someone carved a little tea party for squirrels or something. I found it. There's a bunch of little teacups and stuff, so I gave them all liquor. I thought it'd be funny.
Can I do an occult roll off that description?
Sure.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm normal. I'm not paranormal. I'm paranormal.
7.
There are weird occurrences in the woods where some people will make bars for animals, so to speak. Yeah,
What
it's hill
town do
culture
you
thing.
live
The only
in?
reason why you know this is because you have a cult and because you are a hill culture person. You know the hill people make things. It's actually very similar to how like the Irish might make little uh things for the fae folk, the little people like the spirits. It's
Do Irish people do that? Yo, Irish
Oh.
people, speak up.
I know.
Okay.
Y'all make
Well, like,
miniatures for fairies?
There's like a culture of fairy folk and superstition. Yeah.
Okay, so you
And they
found a
consider-
bar.
The people in King's
woods.
Crossing do this.
You found a squirrel bar in the woods, and your first thought was to give them alcohol.
It's a squirrel bar.
It's symbolic. You probably just pissed off every woodland creature in the woods. And with the shit
It's-
that's been going on lately, that's
It's
probably
good,
not a good thing.
I'm sorry, hang on. Y'all made a bar to squirrels, and they're
Okay, you
mad
remember
at me.
the Irish, right? You know the Irish? You know how they, back in the olden days when they were the Celts, they had the
Right,
whole
yeah.
Druid and Dryads thing going on?
Yeah.
That's kind of what we got going on up here in the hills.
And I gave them a gift, an offering.
Apparently, they did not like the gift.
It's
If you
good
go by the-
liquor! I look at the squirrel.
if
This
you-
is good liquor!
If you go by the pissed off squirrel, I don't think they liked it.
Maybe they want more. Maybe it's just a fucking angry squirrel. I don't know.
The squirrel
I'm-
doesn't seem to like react further. Like it looks angry but not drunken.
Give me another
And
offering.
after like
I rip
will
off
search the
some
squirrel.
hot dog.
as you approach, it immediately like flees into the woods.
Okay.
But as you look around, both of you into the trees, you can see that there's other squirrels up in those trees, and they flee.
I'm holding my one little chunk of hot dog I was gonna give to it, and I'm like, oh, I mean, I don't want to give you all my hot dogs.
Travis.
There's a number of them. They were watching you, and they have fled. And this is well, actually,
Gonna
go
be a
for it.
long vacation.
No. We can't end on that quote.
And with that, that's the end
have to end
of.
on our quote.
That's the end of episode 1 of chapter 2 of whatever. And
Adventure 2 is
yeah.
called The Call of the Squirrel Lord.
No,
Oh, son of a
Dun-dun.
bitch.
is it really?
Yes, that's what we're saying in the end credits here at The Call of the Squirrel Lord. This has been the first session as our players descend into something real not vacation-y.
Call of the
Can we go under the
fucking-
table? Yeah, let's like clear everything off the table so
Yeah.
my mom doesn't get mad, and then let's go under the table, guys. Do
Yeah,
you
it's
guys
got
feel
like
ready?
the tablecloth that goes down, so you can like go into the
Yes.
tablecloth and like hold their flashlights up. I'm like, okay.
Maybe we can leave the light on, but let's
makes
turn
me
off the
glad I
dining
brought-
room light. Yeah.
So for reals, this is where we're gonna wrap up. I'm gonna outro this. Thank you to everyone who joined us in chat. Thank you to everyone who is joining us for the first time on YouTube, where this video will be posted. Appreciate it. Leave your comments. Let us know if all the Irish people are offended. And my name is Rath. I stream on Twitch at the official Rath. You can find information down there of wherever. And we run an RPG channel now. It's basically all converted over to RPG channels. So that's anything RPG video games, tabletop games like this, even a podcast that deals with RPG stuff called Drinks and Discussions. And that was hold for applause. Nice. And episode 1 will. I don't know when I'm going to post all this. Episode 1 of that might already be up. It might be following this. I don't know when stuff's going to be up. It'll probably be up before this. But anyways, that's up. These guys were actually both in it. So huge thanks to them for participating and helping us kick that off. This is one of 2 current tabletop campaigns. There are more coming, like 3, 4, possibly even a 5th. It's wild. Not all for me, but other people who want to DM stuff on the channel. But anyways, guys, there's plenty to see. Join us here. Join us in the Discord, !Discord if you're here in chat live. Join the Discord link down there if you're watching on YouTube. Anyways, that's all I'm going to talk about. I've got stuff going on. You can find me there. Pickles, what do you got going on?
I do a podcast as if you've been watching this in like King's Crossing, you know my podcast. It's called And I Took That Personally. You can find it on Apple Podcasts. You can find it on Spotify and Anchor, which is also now part of Spotify, so that's redundant. It's myself and my good friend Brad. We talk about movies together. We get personal. We take things personally. We rage. We talk about personal life. It's a quaint little show that you could probably drink a cup of tea to if you drink tea. We yeah, it's just that's what we do. Talk about movies so you don't have to watch them.
Perfect. I don't want to leave him out. Fred.
I exist. I do things, but I don't do them where everybody else can see.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I have an armor unit I use for sometimes. So, if you want to join an armor unit that's kind of mil-semi, kind of not, let me know. I am in the Discord. Just hit me up with a DM. Don't video it. Don't do streams of it. It just exists.
Sounds like
I
Black
don't have anything
Ops.
else. Do it.
That sounds like you're doing bad things in your armor, like you're killing, assassinating presidents.
It's a Green Beret unit, so it's a possibility.
And with that, that's it. Thank you guys for joining. We will be moving to behind the cat to talk about, or I mean, under the table.
We
Under
will
the
be
ta-
behind the cat.
We're gonna move on to another show called Under the Table. This is where we break down the episode, the campaign, the adventures, talking. It's kind of like our talk show, but specifically related to the campaign at large. So, if you're here watching us live, stick around after the break. We'll be coming back with that. If you're watching this on YouTube, that video will be up soon. Thanks, everybody.
Peace.
I love you.